Hi, I'm Angelica and I'm 19 years old. And I have cerebral palsy. And I go to Access.
Hi, I'm Jen. I am Angelica's teacher. So the school that we're both from is Access, SFUSD, the ARC. It's a transition program for young adults with disabilities 18 to 22 that focuses on community integration and community involvement, employment, volunteering, recreation, and all that kind of stuff. So we're very happy to be with you guys today. And I'm going to be interviewing Angelica and asking her some questions. And then please ask her lots of questions at the end, and hopefully you guys can learn a few things.
Yep.
So tell us, Angelica, where and when were you born?
December 2nd, 1998, San Francisco, California.
And who is in your family?
My mom, my dad, my sister, my 2 dogs, Rocco and Luna.
Thinking way back, what are some of your earliest memories?
My earliest memory was going to Lake Tahoe with my family and going ATV riding, swimming,
Hanging out.
We
have a couple young photos.
That's me on a horse. Going ATV riding.
Who are you with in that picture?
My sister, my cousin, yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, my dad and my sister and me.
Is this at Lake Tahoe?
Yeah, at Lake Tahoe.
And you guys are still at Lake Tahoe all the time, right?
Yep, every summer.
Still waiting for my invitation.
I got one already.
What were some of your first school experiences like? Thinking back to preschool and kindergarten.
My first school experience, my mom owned the preschool, so I went to my mom's school. It was pretty fun being with my mom all day and watching her. Yeah, it was pretty normal preschool.
Yeah, so you were it was an inclusive preschool?
Yeah, inclusive preschool.
Okay. Do you remember some of the activities you liked when you were really young?
Arts and crafts with my mom.
Arts and crafts? Yeah. Did you have a lot of friends?
I didn't have time to, I had a lot of friends, but I didn't really see them outside of school. I saw them inside of school.
But in school you had other kids you played with and hung out with? Did you have any kind of notion of being different when you were that little than your peers?
Yeah, a little bit. Not until I got a little bit older. I would say when I was 5 years old, that's when I kind of noticed that I was different than others.
What was it specifically that you noticed?
No one was walking around in a wheelchair. No one had a wheelchair, so I kind of had to notice them.
So you talked about having friends in school but didn't see them much outside of school. What were some of the barriers to spending time with your friends when you were little? Just because not everyone's house is accessible, so it's kind of hard to fit that in. I remember one time I was going to my friend's birthday party and I would say no every year because her house had stairs, and I didn't want to put that on them, so I just said no. That you couldn't go?
Yeah, I just said I couldn't go, and then one year my mom made me go.
Did it work out okay once you were there?
Yeah, it did work out.
So you talked about being in an inclusive classroom. What kind of services did you have to help you in elementary school?
Oh, in elementary school I had a one-to-one aide, which is a person that's walking around with you to all your classes to help you write and all that stuff. And at first I thought it was just a random person walking around following me. So I didn't really understand what that was. So, yeah.
But they were helpful.
But they were helpful.
In the end? Okay. How about any other services or anything you got pulled out of class for?
Speech.
Any physical therapy or
Oh,
stretching?
I had physical therapy, and then I had speech. So.
And would you get breaks during the day, like to stretch or to do those kinds of activities?
Get stress break.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what kind of things did you like doing outside of school?
I like riding a bike, hanging out with my family, going to park.
Pretty normal stuff.
Yeah, pretty normal.
Pretty standard. I think I have just one more elementary photo there.
Oh, yeah.
It's maybe like first or second grade, we decided, probably. Pretty cute. How about as you moved into middle school? What was that transition like?
Well, it was, my grandma lived there, right across the street from there, so I knew all the teachers, but it was hard because I didn't know that many friends there, so I had to make all new friends, and yeah.
Were there anything that you did in middle school that was new to you, kind of involving your disability?
It was, it was the first time that I gave a presentation about my, cerebral palsy, so that was cool. I mean, I liked it. And kids asked questions, they were curious about it, so I said, might as well just give them a presentation, so I did that. And I had a school job. My school job was to bring teachers their lunch. So they would order their lunch, and then I would go get it, and then I would bring it back.
Did you have? Did you feel like giving the presentation about your disability was really helpful for people to understand you better?
Yeah,
and
they still have questions, but not as much.
What kind of classes were you in middle school?
Math, history. Yeah.
Were they segregated classes, or were you in mainstream classes?
Mainstream with modified. Everything was modified. So.
And how was that in middle school, having the modified work in classes?
It was alright, but for me, I didn't really understand what was going on, so.
The schoolwork was getting a little harder.
Yeah, it was a little challenging. I was like, I don't know what this is.
Were there anything specific that was especially challenging?
Reading all the way. Cause they worked on it with me, but my parents more focused on getting around in the city rather than reading. So reading is still a challenge for me now, but I'm trying to work on it, and I would say reading was a big challenge.
Did you start going to your IEPs in middle school?
Yes.
What was that process like?
It was good, but I did not understand. I understood a little bit of it, but I didn't understand what all the paperwork was and how you're supposed to do with that. So I'm glad I was there, but it just kind of, I didn't know what was going on.
Did you get to participate in the meetings and kind of share your thoughts and opinions about things?
Yeah, a little bit.
But
then people just kind of, no, this is better, and I'm like, okay.
What was moving to high school like?
High school was it was rough per se for me because, I knew, because my parents more focused on getting around in the city, so I didn't really focus on reading that much. And when I went to high school, I thought people would just understood that I didn't know how to read that well, but obviously they didn't. I mean, obviously, you need reading to survive, I like to call it. So they didn't really get that, and I was really, really struggling with that. Yeah, so they did. It was more challenging.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You were still mainstreamed in all general education classrooms.
Mm-hmm.
How was that experience now that maybe the coursework is getting more challenging and reading is a challenge? What was it like being in those
It was like
classes?
I didn't really understand what was going on, but they tried to make it modifying a little bit. But I still didn't really understand what was going on.
Did you feel like you were able to get important information out of classes or learn from your classes?
I got the friendship, social aspect of it, but I didn't get the learning that I hoped for or needed.
So it sounds like being in general education classes was good socially, but maybe not so good academically. Okay, so a little bit of a trade-off.
Yep.
Who were your closest friends?
The Marley and the whole entire cheerleading squad, and I'm still friends with them today. So
yeah. So tell us about cheerleading.
Okay. I was the fifth person on the squad using a wheelchair. So they were really accommodating. They knew what I needed. So we had to like modify some movements, but the people were really, really nice, and it was just a fun way for me to forget about school and do something that I like to do.
Yeah. A couple cheerleading photos. Do you have like a favorite cheerleading memory?
Just like wearing the outfits and like wearing the cute outfits. Yeah, I would say.
Was there anything else that was kind of a negative aspect of high school for you?
I would say the principal. Because I would go into class and say, I don't understand this, like, I need help, and then she would be like, no, you have to sit in this, like, in this class you would not understand what I needed, like, you would just fight it every tooth and nail, like, she got it, and I was like, okay, whatever, I'll just, but, yeah.
Try to go with the flow.
Go with the flow.
So it sounded like maybe the principal didn't kind of listen to your needs maybe as much.
Yeah, definitely.
What kind of supports did you have to help you through those challenges?
Family, talking therapists, and parents.
Having good para support is helpful. What kind of things did you like doing outside of school in high school?
Social media. And hanging out with my friends and my family when I could.
Seems like your family is a really good support system for you. That's good. Well, you've survived high school.
Yeah.
You made it all 4 years. What is your school like now?
It's really, really busy. Like every single day we're doing some different activity. So it's like they make you do things for yourself. I mean, like whatever you could do. So it kind of like finger swim, because I didn't really have any, like, before I came to Access, I didn't really have any of these, like, I didn't really go on buses a lot, so when I went on the bus a lot, I was like, whoa. But I like it though. It's good.
Tell us about what are some of your classes or your community sites that you go to?
I'm working at the Exploratorium every Tuesday and Friday, and so I'm really excited about that. And so then on Thursday we have dance, which is we go to class and then we dance. And then on Monday we have Student Choice Day, which is all the students pick where they want to go, and then we just go wherever we want to go.
Go on an adventure. How about, what's your Wednesday class?
Drama class, which is like we practice, or like we create a scene and then we just practice.
Do you still work on any academic things now at school?
Yeah, reading, my number one thing, and then speaking up for myself when I need it, and then telling my feelings to people.
So we do a lot around advocacy, right?
Yep.
Yeah, and obviously you're here, so you're doing it. You're doing all the things.
Yeah.
What has been challenging for you since you left high school?
Riding the bus, basically telling my feelings to people without like me thinking that I'm gonna hurt their feelings, but I'm really not. I'm just telling what I need, and then like basically, and then yeah, like.
I feel like there's some things from that maybe high school didn't prepare you for.
Yeah, things from high school that didn't prepare me for. Like, I didn't expect to go on buses all the time. I didn't expect that you have to, like, you have to speak up for yourself, but I think people need more practice. Or I didn't expect that I would be speaking here today, so, yeah.
Here you are. So you have some pictures, a couple more recent pictures.
That's a fun photo. That's not in...
Not a school photo, but a fun photo. Where are you?
Disneyland with my dad, me, and my aunt. Halloween at Access.
Do we have a lot of parties and stuff?
Yes, we have holiday sing-along. That's during Christmas time. And then we have Halloween, which is everyone gets dressed up in their costumes. And then we have a bunch of fun. So. This is from my job last year, ADA.
Yeah, tell us what you did last year.
You basically get on the bus and there's a piece of paper that you have to like look out for and like, see if the drivers are being like nice or if they put up the seat for you or if they ask you if you need the straps. And if they're not doing that, they get marked.
So making sure they're following all the ADA regulations, right? It's very important. You're a secret shopper. You need secret shopper.
Yeah. This is camping. We go on camping trip.
Every year, right?
Every year. Every October. This is another camping photo of me doing an activity with Tara.
Happens to be here too.
This is me on another camping activity with my friends.
What did you have? What was your favorite thing about camping?
Just just socializing with everyone. You're all in the same area.
Yeah, hanging out with everyone.
This is me at the Christie Field Center, looking at the marsh.
Finding some little animals in the marsh.
This is me in animation, stop motion animation, making a movie with my friends.
What museum did we partner with to do
the
the stop
Walt
motion?
Disney Museum.
Yeah, they let us borrow a multi-plane screen and do some animating.
This is me at Special Olympics kicking the ball.
You did a lot of cheerleading too,
Yes.
right? Special Olympics.
This is me on Student Choice Day at Marina Green.
Yeah. Exploring some new parts of the city,
Yep.
right? What would you say, Angelica, are your greatest strengths?
My greatest strength is I'm really social and I'm very accepting of others. I could talk to anyone. Yeah.
Yeah, you're very likable.
Mm-hmm.
What are some of your challenges that you struggle with?
Reading, managing my emotions, speaking up when I need it. Yeah.
What kind of support systems do you use now to help you be successful?
Family, teacher, parent support.
And you talked about when you were younger that you got things like physical therapy and speech. Do you do any of those things still?
I don't get speech anymore, but I get physical therapy 1 day a week.
And then also some stretching and stuff involved with that?
Yes, and I get the talking therapist 1 day a week.
Having someone to talk to. What happens when you don't get those services or the things that you need?
My body just, it throws everything off because I try to get out during the day, but sometimes we don't have the time, but we all try to make the time. So your body gets thrown off, gets all tense and unhappy.
Yeah, it really affects your muscles and stuff when you don't get your stretching and therapies.
Yeah.
Many people think of a wheelchair as being a limitation. How do you view your wheelchair?
I don't think that it's a limitation because, I was born like this, so there's nothing that you could do about it. You just kind of have to roll with it.
So I'm guessing your wheelchair gives you a lot of freedom,
yeah,
right?
And it makes me go faster than ever. That always helps. Yeah.
How long have you been using a power chair?
All my life.
All your life, even when you were little? And what's your new chair that you're going to be getting soon?
My new chair, which is, I don't have it today, but that's the story. Well, my new chair stands all the way up, so it's like a standing feature.
And it lays all the way down, right?
And it lays all the way down, so if I don't have the time to get out during the day, I can rise up on my own.
Yeah, take a nap whenever you want.
Yeah.
What tips or tricks do you have for wheelchair users?
Make sure that you have this fanny pack here. So whoever with you at the time, you have all your stuff that you need in your fanny pack, so it's more accessible to you. And if you have strong leg muscles like I do, where they like to kick out a lot, I would get special leg rests so you don't, your student or whoever it is doesn't break their leg rest.
Mm-hmm. And then how about kind of like, I know you tilt a lot in your chair. How does that help you?
It takes off the pressure off your back. So if I don't have time to get out, I can just go.
Yeah, so tilt all the way back or tilt forward. Cool. What is most important to you in life right now?
Family, friends, advocating, yeah.
Friends, family, and advocating?
Yeah.
What dreams do you have for yourself in your future?
What dreams do I have? So I would like to continue to work on my reading skills and get better, and then still advocate. But get married, have more dogs.
Yeah. Do you have any career goals?
Career goal, advocate, do more presentations like
Public
this.
speaking.
Public speaking. And,
How about travel?
New York, Italy, everywhere.
Travel everywhere. I know you have some kind of hobbies and fun extracurricular things that you do.
Yes.
What are some of these photos?
This summer I went to the Rolettes experience, which is, the Rolettes are a group of girls that dance in wheelchairs that have spinal cord injury. So we learn how to dance in our chairs.
So you got to hang out, you danced with them, yeah?
Yeah.
How was that experience?
It was hard.
They're professionals, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Very cool. So you've talked a lot about advocacy. What are some of your dreams for the future of society?
My dream for the future is to have the media realize that it's not only able-bodied people, it's also disability people as well. So I want to see more disability people represented on magazines.
Magazines and social media and stuff you've talked a lot about too. What's one of your kind of personal social media goals?
My personal one is I'm going to start a YouTube channel and post like a speech like this where I'm talking about my disability.
And thinking about people with disabilities being represented, what is something else fun you did this summer?
Something else fun that I did this summer is I was on the TV show Total Divas. been Tahoe, and I really liked their show, and I saw them, and so I literally just went up to them, and I was like, hi. I really like your show, and then the next thing I know, they interviewed me. I don't remember what I said. So we'll see about that. Next thing I know, I'm on the commercial, and it's on right now. The commercial's playing.
Yeah, so you got to be on the show, right? You got to, but the episode hasn't aired
Yeah.
yet?
Yeah.
That's pretty exciting. How does it feel to be an advocate, and was it hard to start advocating?
I wouldn't, like, it feels good. It feels great that, like, I didn't have, like, my school experience was really, really kind of different than, like, the normal high school experience, so it feels good that I get, you guys can hear it from my mouth what maybe not to do or what to do, and how it impacts you guys and me. It feels good that people can hear my experience and actually take something from it, actually learn it.
So we have a room full of maybe potential educators. What kind of advice would you give them to help support students with disabilities or to help support advocacy?
Maybe if you want to advocate, or if your student wants to advocate, have like a you can do it attitude. So maybe like if maybe she comes up to you and be like, I want to advocate, be like, okay, let's do that, and then search for opportunities for them to advocate.
Mm-hmm. And how about just kind of as educators in general, what can they do to better support their students with disabilities?
I would say just like maybe like if they want to do something themselves, and maybe just let them do it. Don't be like, okay, no, you can't do that. Just be like, okay, go.
Okay, go. Not okay, no, okay, go.
Yeah.
And what other things can teachers do to help their students maybe get more involved in advocacy opportunities, to help them feel that they have the confidence or the skills they need?
Or practice with them, or practice with your parents or whoever you trust, and then and then just practice. Mm-hmm. And then I would say your number one thing for me is you have to be comfortable within yourself to put on this presentation, because if you're not comfortable, then you're gonna like what, you know. Yeah. Thank you. Any questions?
So we have some time for questions.
Hello.
Oh yeah. Hi. So you said in school you had problems reading, or it was a challenge. So if I was your teacher, how could I help you, like, read? Would one-on-one time help, maybe?
Yeah, one-on-one time would help, and also bigger font, the better.
Bigger font?
Yeah.
Okay.
And also just like, bigger font, maybe break it down like one letter at a time, or see like what letter go together in the word, and then, or like, yeah.
Okay. All right, thank you.
You had mentioned going to speech therapy. How was your experience with speech therapy?
Speech therapy, it was good. I mean, we got to play games and stuff, but a lot of it was repetitive. They would be like, yeah, it was good.
When did you stop speech?
Last year.
Just last year, so you did it for a long time.
I did it for a while. And now people understand me, so I don't have to do it.
Yeah, you're here speaking in front of a huge group of people.
Thank you.
Hello.
What are your plans for the future?
What are my plans for the future? I mean, I obviously reading and like like getting better at it, because I know, like, if I just stop, it won't come. My plan for the future is doing more talks like this, hopefully coming back here and doing more talks like this, and social media, like going to people and telling them that, like, it's not right that we're not equally represented in the social media. So, yeah.
So you said you were kind of like the secret shopper for Muni. How often did the drivers actually follow protocol when you
A lot of the.
That's a good question.
Okay. I would say like a lot of them are lazy and like they don't want to like do certain stuff. So I mean, like not all the time, but pretty much.
So lots of room for improvement.
Yeah.
Sounds like.
Any questions?
I have a follow-up question about that.
Hello.
What are the actual specific requirements that the city requires them to do, and how can we as the general public hold them accountable as well?
So they're supposed to like, you know how you like pull in and they're like, they're supposed to put on the straps for you.
Or ask, right, if you need
Or
it.
ask you if they need. And like, they're supposed to be like, are you okay? And then like, don't just start hitting the gas. Just be like, are you okay? Like, do you need help? You know, just like being nice. And then, yeah.
So they have to lower the ramp and let you
Lower
on,
the ramp
right?
and let me on. And actually like, go to a place where they actually can let me on, you know. And stuff. So.
Can we like report them if they're not doing that for someone, and how do we do that?
I think, yeah, you can. I think you have to go down to their office and, like, you can. Right?
Yeah, I'm not sure if you call 311, you can maybe report. I think all drivers wear an ID number on their sleeve, and then the bus number is always posted. So I've done it before. If a driver won't let someone in a wheelchair on the bus when there's clearly room for them, and I've reported it before. And they do actually follow through. SFMTA does follow through with consequences, and they'll reward good drivers too. And so you can call and give a good report. Yeah, that's worth doing.
So, hi.
Have you had a lot of experiences with people having low expectations for you, thinking that you're not very capable, and how does that make you feel?
Yeah, I mean, I had the story, like, I have had that happen to me, but then I just, like, said, no, I could understand you perfectly fine. Like, in the hospitals and stuff, they talk to, or they use, like, they say, is she okay? Does she understand? And I'm like, I do understand, just give me a minute to, like, process, and then I'll go. So, yeah.
Or you just cut them right off?
Yeah.
Just talk to you and
Yeah.
relate with it.
Yeah. Anyone else? Hi.
Hi. I have a little guy, and you know he's very inquisitive about seeing people that might look a little different than him, like in a wheelchair, and he's always kind of like, you know, he'll walk up to him and be like, "What happened to you?" You know. So we've been working on, you know, I'll ask first to see if it's okay if you can ask, you know, what happened. Like, how do you feel about like, you know, if kids are, you know, have questions. Little kids. Yeah, he's 3, so.
Okay. Well, people come to me. My mom works at a preschool, so I'm used to like people coming up to me. So I just try to explain it, and I try to not use like much language that they'll be confused about. So I'm just saying, when I was born, something happened. You know, I was born like this, but I'm okay.
You find that most most people are okay, because I've had most of them, like, they'll be okay and they'll be like, yeah, okay, ask, but I also had a few people that are kind of like, no.
I'm more like, it is what it, like, I'm more like open to it, because I know, like, kids are curious about it, so I'm more like, okay, you know, whatever. Yeah, but yeah. Alright.
Say thank you.
Thank you for having us.